guys and gals, Greg Howe, S9 Radio. Thanks for tuning in and tagging along to this final chapter in the CPI base station restoration. I'll be starting out with a quick overview of the BC2000 frequency counter antenna tuner and receiver preamp restoration, and then we'll move on to the very rare WM7000 standalone battery-powered CPI Wattmeter. We'll be looking at the restoration, calibration, and then some comparison tests side by side up against a Bird 43 Wattmeter, and then a general overview of the entire station in action. So stay tuned. Let's have a look. And on to the BC2000 frequency counter. Of course, these run TTL, which is transistor logic, a very early integrated type of circuit. They're very power hungry. They generate a lot of heat. Consequently, you're looking at the power supply capacitor that has blistered. Heat is a huge enemy of electrolytics. Therefore, all of the electrolytics in the frequency counter have been replaced. And there are quite a few. You can see we've got them under these IF cans in the receiver preamp section. Those of you that have watched my past videos know I have a great admiration for CPI 11-meter equipment, and those of you that have been around the commercial sector will quickly recognize the Motorola design and influence that goes into much of their equipment with these power plane circuit boards and whatnot. Anyways, top-notch stuff. The magnetics are done by the original engineers from Palomar, and just a beautiful piece of equipment. I've just chemically treated all the switches and controls. I've got the shielding off. I've just recapped it and getting ready to calibrate it. But a neat piece of equipment, battery operated. Okay, Alex, just getting ready to calibrate your WM7000 Wattmeter. Of course, it's been completely recapped. All the controls, the internal adjustments for the power levels were chemically treated, so they will all need to be recalibrated. But first things first, speaking of calibration, we need good reference readings. So I've got both of my Bird Wattmeters here going into a Bird Tourmaline 50 ohm resistive dummy load, and we'll put a little power to this to get a calibration here. As you can see, I've got a 10-watt slug in this meter, and we're just about maxed out. Get it right on 10 if I can. That's close enough. And we've got a 25-watt slug, also rating 10 watts. So we've got two Bird Wattmeters, two different slugs, both in complete correlation. So there's a good 10-watt reference level. Now let's go to a higher power. Okay, I've now got a 100-watt slug in the Bird. Once again, going into a Bird Tourmaline dummy load. And you can see we're right about 100 watts. It's just drifting the power a little. Let me bring it up right to 100. 100 on the Bird, 100 on the CPI. And that's on the 1,000-watt scale. Unfortunately, your 200-watt scale is dead. I'm going to look into that right now. Okay, and here we go with the 200-watt scale. I was able to get it working. I had to move with the diddle stick, move that potentiometer back and forth several times, as well as work this switch. And they have been chemically treated, apparently just a buildup of tarnish. So here we go. We're going to do a half power test, 100-watt slug in the Bird Wattmeter. We'll get that slug pegging out. It is. And you can see this is on the 200-watt scale. That being 200 watts, got it calibrated to a beautiful 100 watts. So the CPI WM7000 right now into a resistive dummy load is extremely accurate. Now this is what separates good wattmeters from so-so ones, is their ability to work into a reactive load and maintain accuracy. A reactive load would be any type of antenna. They all have a certain amount, varying amounts of reactance. So I suppose if time allows, I'll do that. Okay, let's have a look at the CP2000 SWR meter as well as the WM7000 Wattmeter, both CPI. I do have it hooked up to a Bird Tourmaline 50 ohm resistive dummy load. So let's see, we're in the calibrate mode here. Let's calibrate the CP2000 to full scale. Okay, we're calibrated. And now I'll go ahead and kick it into the SWR read. You can see there's just a tiny bit of SWR there, showing that there's power, but there's a tiny bit of SWR because I'm going through this BC2000 and I do not have the antenna tuner turned on yet, and we're also looking into this wattmeter. So that's okay, just a tiny bit of SWR. Now let's put the WM1000 or WM7000 into calibrate, and we'll calibrate that full scale. And once again, it's looking straight into a dummy load. There's nothing in line. So let's go into the SWR read mode, and look at that, flat as can be, perfect. And once again, this has all been calibrated. So let's go back to the slight bit of SWR on this. Let's go back to calibrate, just to double check everything. Okay, we're full scale calibrated. Now we're going to go ahead and read the SWR. Now let's turn the antenna tuner on. Ooh, look at that. How's this CPI sounded? Stock, well, it's not a stock mic, but it's an unamplified 10DA head on this old CPI 1978 vintage, I'm guessing.
Sounds good. It's pretty clean. Nice and crisp sound, I guess you could say.
Pretty clean. It should be very clean, although this isn't the preferred microphone for this radio. Too hot on the audio, or?
Sounds great. Turn it up a little bit more.
Okay, that's as far as she goes.
About a wiki whack, Big Bear Mountain.
Hey, there you go, Alex. That's Ray. Hey, Ray, you got a copy? I'm on Alex's CP2000. How copy?
I copy. Sound good.
Tell the truth now. I'm thinking maybe an M106 handheld mic on this. Maybe a D104. I don't know. But all right. Well, this is Alex. This is the first time I've had it off the bench and off a dummy load and on the air.
First time on the air. Sounds good. Sounds clear and
Noise blanker, Muxon. No shit. All right. Well, I got the mic gain up full blast, but I'm just running a stock 10DA static. Well, you'll see it. You're going to be the guy picking it up here. All right. Well, I'm going to clear frequency at 88 Southern California, Big Bear Mountain, Mile High Station, looking and listening east.
We've got you here around Nashville, Tennessee. Got 126 Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey, thank you for answering my call there, 126 Tennessee. I hope the weather's doing what you want it to. 388 Big Bear Mountain, Southern California, just testing out this old radio from the 70s, just bringing her back to life. Copy?
Yeah, copy. Sounds good over here around Nashville, Tennessee. Got 126.
Okay, guys and gals, as always, thanks for tuning in and tagging along. And I guess it's appropriate to say happy holidays as we're just about to enter the 12 days of Christmas, as today is December 11th, 2025. So a happy new year on top of that. 73, Greg Howe, S9 Radio.